that. Free country. How about that? We're free. This is a free country.
We're Negroes. We're Negroes. That's what you said.
Negroes.
We're Negroes.
Right, we're from Africa, right?
We're Negroes.
I was born in New York. I'm from Africa.
We're Negroes.
Huh? But y'all might be from Africa. Or more so from the Middle East.
We don't know how to behave. You forgot? We're Negroes. Right next to monkeys. That's what we are, aren't we? We're like monkeys, aren't we? Negroes. That's what you call us. Negroes.
I mean, officer, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Now, would I be out of line to ask to get him arrested for calling us a nigger and a bitch? He has the right to do that, right? Does he have the right? He has the right.
The question again?
So the man there, he called us a nigger and a bitch. He stood up and he called both of us niggas and bitch. Your husband. Oh, he's gone. But anyway, I don't want to listen to her. I don't talk to classless people. Anyway, he called us a nigger and a bitch. Now, I don't want to press charges because I understand in America it's freedom of speech. Huh?
Sir, I don't.
He did call me a nigger and a bitch, and you're a liar, and the truth isn't in you to go ahead and defend that. Anyway, Negro and a bitch, right? And so this is the thing. I'm not gonna.
You guys stop.
Show some respect to our officers in America. This is what we do in America. We respect our officers. Now shut up and let our officer talk. Thank you. Anyway, so basically he called us a nigger. Negro, excuse me, not nigga, Negro and a bitch. Now, I'm sure I can't press charges on him for that, right?
No.
Because it's freedom of speech, right?
Essentially, yeah. Right.
First Amendment.
Right.
This is our right. And in the same way, if I call him...
Now, if you were to say something like that and then punch you...
It'd be different because now it's assault.
It becomes relevant, though, because now you're looking at...
It's a hate crime.
Is it a battery or is it a hate crime on top of that? Right.
Even coming close and physically being opposing...
No, you're good. You're good. We're not on that. Trust me.
There were a couple men that did come up close as they were doing this, so there was that physical... it wasn't an actual touch and assault, but it was definitely getting close to that uncomfortable level. And not only were they yelling, but they were physically right next to us trying to be aggressive.
Right.
But you're still, with all that said,
they still have that right.
I explained, right? They explained the nature of the confrontation over the mask thing and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm here to determine if a crime was committed by somebody. It sounds like not. Sounds like an argument of certain times.
What happens if he was going to throw a glass of water on her because he was so angry at the very beginning? What happens if something like that happens?
I mean, until he throws it, he hasn't committed.
I'm saying if he would have done that, what happens at that point?
If he throws the glass of water, now you have a misdemeanor.
Okay. Which he was doing. He was about to do. He didn't do it, but he's about to do it. But I was just curious to know because I have never been in the situation where somebody threatened to throw water on somebody that I'm with. So I was a little caught off guard by his action. I just wanted to know how that constitutes something at that point. At that point, once that happens, then it becomes like a physical issue.
So that's basically the line I'm walking. Maybe did somebody commit it? And then for me, right, how involved do I get? I talked to the one gentleman. He says the crime didn't occur, so I don't even feel like I need to be here much longer. Right. And then I asked the manager, hey, because the manager said he didn't call the police. So then I'm saying, hey, I'm going to leave unless you need anything else. He said no. And then these folks started asking me some questions, which then begs some questions from you guys.
Got it.
So I've been done for a little while now.
Yes.
But obviously any sort of
just trying to clarify
information that can be done or said between I just told them the same thing I would tell you, just eat in peace and then leave.
That's it.
And then obviously you as the consumer have some level of power or means of rectification. Like, hey, you know what, this business allowed this type of stuff to happen, or insisted that I wear a mask, or whatever your personal thing is, and you can be like, I won't patronize the business any longer.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And I will patronize another business that lets us decide if we want to wear a mask or not,
that's a
or
decision.
doesn't serve customers that said something.
And we already were
offensive,
served, so what happened was halfway through our meal is when all of a sudden the conditions changed now because they decided to make a complaint.
Well, right, yeah. On this particular occasion, yes, you're you were already behind the eight ball in regards to being a patron, yes. But for future visits or telling your friends, Yelp and whatever the social media.
And her hundreds of thousands of followers that she has. We're really big back.
I'm so used to it. It's not even.
But we're big supporters.
I got the.
So we'll let you know. We support you.
Thank you.
We are not the Black Lives Matter crew. No. We are the All Lives Matter crew.
The Jesus.
We believe that police matter.
Nice.
And so we're 100% support and grateful that you could even respond, because if we defund our police, who's going to respond? So you're a hero in my eyes, and we respect you. That's the American way, baby. That's what we do in America. Go back to your country.
What kind of food do they serve here? I actually don't know.
I've never been here either. Except
Middle East, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern.
But I actually have a podcast too where I've been interviewing law enforcement anonymously, so that they can kind of talk about weigh in with what's going on right now. And so it's just a lot of support.
I'm gonna close out.
Like getting your guys' voices out there.
You guys,
so I appreciate the fact that I know the laws very well because
you guys, let's
I
go.
am very
But remember,
involved in it, so
take
I
your
know
country
what the
back. Don't be
government says
scared.
as a
But
executive
Jesus is
order,
Lord.
the same thing is a lie,
I'm gonna
why
get
you
out of
guys
here.
aren't able to come in
Until
here and
next
enforce it,
time.
But a lot of people.
And there's still